One, two, three, four. She said, "Brother, are you satisfied with the way that you've been living your whole life? I know it's predictable, somewhat cliche. If you gotta get your point across these days, you gotta be real straight. Are you satisfied? Are you satisfied, brother? Are you satisfied? Are you satisfied, brother? Are you satisfied? Are you satisfied?" Are you satisfied? That was "Are You Satisfied" by Slaves, which was the first kind of new song that I've learnt since last time. That used a new technique there, which was the palm mute, which is simply where when you play a string, just kind of have the palm of your hand or even the wrist of your hand on the strings, and it gives a kind of muted sound, which adds kind of some sort of effect. Kind of gives the song a bit more variation, a bit more depth, than just strumming over and over and over. And obviously, that song also utilised the variation of up and down strumming. The next song is also by Slaves. It's called "The Hunter." 3, 2, 1, go. The people are freezing and the water is warm and the ice caps are melting. What will happen when they go? Will the experts look stupid and invert the facts? Will they give you back your donations or keep the paper stacks? The feeling is mutual. You don't like what we do because we say what we are thinking, and that shocks and frightens you. The lion in the jungle shows no shame, it shows no pride. It does what it needs to stay strong and to survive. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I really know of that song, and that's all I'm going to play anyway because it's actually very repetitive. It's just literally just that over and over, basically. Um, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but when I've been watching videos or when I went to Reading and saw people live, when they kind of not strum even, when they pluck, it looks like they're doing that, with just like the difference between me and them is that they've got kind of their fist like that and they're plucking with their thumb like that. But when I do it, as you saw, I kind of do that. I have my hand on the body of the guitar just to kind of give me some balance whilst I'm playing. Because if I'm not holding on to anything, my thumb could just be going anywhere. And I don't know. I just much prefer it like that. I'm not sure if that's something that I should change because shouldn't be like that, and it's not professional, but it's the way I do it, so it's just how it is. Okay, the next one I'm going to play is one that I have played in the past, but I've gotten better at it now. But I've had quite a long practice session, and my fingers aren't really the best right now, as you can probably see. So apologies if this isn't as as good as it could be. This is the Animals' House of the Rising Sun. 3, 2, 1, go. They just use the A chord, the C chord, the D chord, the F chord, and the E chord. They just kind of use a variation of it over and over. So I'm not sure if you could see, but I could definitely see when I was playing. The problem that I have is that when I'm playing, say, the D, I've got to hit the high E string with my ring finger twice, quite rapidly. I find that a lot harder than, say, playing it with my thumb rapidly, because I obviously use my thumb a lot more for plucking. So I've got less practice with my ring finger, and it kind of gets caught, and it just doesn't sound right, particularly. But other than that, I think that song's progressed pretty well. You might have noticed that I played it a bit differently. I used to play it like, I used to just have I'd play the chord, I'd pluck the chord, but I'd miss this string here a lot of the time. But in the actual version, you notice that they incorporate this string, and the pattern's a lot different. So the next song I'm going to play will be Feed the Mad Dry by Slaves again. This song again uses the palm muting technique. 3, 2, 1, go. I shall be and always will, off and on and off and on. TV show don't bring me joy, teaching me how to destroy. Paper walls are paper thin. God, I really hate you, Tim. Let that woman out your flat. Don't stand in a way like that. Sit in, dig in, push in. What? Plug in. When the words don't work anymore, and you're talking to yourself on your knees on the floor, what will you do? What will you do? What will you feed the mantle ray? Feed the mantle ray. Feed the mantle ray. Save the mantle ray. Feed the mantle ray. Feed the mantle ray. Feed the mantle ray. Save the mantle ray. So yeah, that was Feed the Manta Ray by Slaves. There was I did that little solo at the end. I don't know why. That was only half the song anyway, by the way. I didn't want to play the whole thing. This is literally just that repeated over and over. All I'm doing is sliding down the fretboard every so often. I mean, there is palm muting in there, which I introduced recently, but it's actually quite hard when you've learnt the entire song without the palm muting. it's hard when you finally bring it in because you're like, what's going on? I'm not used to this. So yeah, there were a few mistakes in there, and that's why. Um, so that's 3 of the 4 Slave songs. So I may as well play the last one. This last one is probably the worst. I'm probably the worst at it of the 4, but that's because when I listen to it, they play it so fast. I don't think I'm gonna be able to kind of play at that tempo. I have to play at my own tempo. Else I'm not gonna be able to play it because it's so ridiculously fast. But it's probably one of the most challenging ones. But yeah, I'll go ahead and play a little bit of it because playing the whole thing would just be suicide because you have to strum so hard. Okay, so this is Hey by Slaves. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, sorry. I had to stop because my arm was literally hurting, just because you have to strum so fast. The thing is, when I've seen the videos, watch them playing that song, the guitarist actually he plucks it like that, but he's obviously practiced so much to the point where he can actually do that. But as you saw, I actually had to strum the strings as if they were a chord, each individual string, because I just cannot pluck it that fast. And even when I do strum it like that, I still can't play it at the speed that he plays it. Obviously, there are a few mistakes in there. I find it quite hard to, because as you saw, there was a point where you could pluck each individual string, but then there's a chord bit. But I find it quite hard to just strum the 2 strings because you just play the 2 strings that you're holding. That was Hey by Slaves, and I'm gonna play 2 more songs. The second last song will be Ain't No Rest for the Wicked by Slaves. 3, 2, 1, go. I was walking down the street when out the corner of my eye I saw a pretty little thing approaching me. She lives all alone, could you use a little company? If you pay the right price, yeah, it could be nice and you could go and see me on my way. I said, you're such a sweet thing, why do you do this to yourself? She looked at me and this is what she said, oh, there ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. Got bills to pay, I got mouths to feed. There ain't nothing in this world for free. I can't slow down, I can't. No, I wish I could. Ain't no rest for the wicked. If we close our eyes for good. So yeah, that was Cage the Elephant. Again, I made a few mistakes there. There was a point where I just stopped playing because there's a part where I find it hard to finish the chord and then go into the chorus. When you go to the chorus like that, I can't seem to sing and do that at the same time. I don't know why. So I just decided to stop completely, apparently. And also there were a few slip-ups here, with switching chords. I enjoyed playing that song. There's a little solo towards the end as well, but that's quite hard. I think that's a little bit above what I can do right now. But the next song kind of shows. It doesn't put everything together because there's no palm muting in it, but it puts quite a lot of the stuff that I've learned together, and it has quite a lot of fingerstyle in it. So a lot of little intricate bits, like single bits. I'm not gonna play the entire song. I'm just gonna play little bars from it that I've learned. Um, so this is I've only learned this recently as well. So literally a few days ago. This is Iron Man by Black Sabbath. Probably one of my favourites to play, just simply because it's not too hard. As you could probably see, I wasn't actually moving my hand all that much. It was just more. You've got the placement of your hand. You just need to pick out the strings with your fingers. A new technique there was the hammer on, which is where you play a note really well, not really hard, but you play it hard enough in order to be able to play one fret after the other without strumming again. So say I'm going to play this A string here with the fifth fret. I'm going to jump from the fifth fret to the seventh fret without plucking it again. Okay, so one pluck. If you're playing like a solo or something, you can just use a hammer on and get through it a lot quicker. That's what I've learned so far. Coming towards the end of the EP now. Need to start putting my ideas together, start making some songs, maybe record them on some form of software, just to kind of put everything together, make it sound as good as I can, and then just get it out one way or another. Maybe just put it on YouTube, maybe SoundCloud, put it on something that's presentable, something that looks good. Obviously, it's got to sound good as well. And there's I'm going to upload a video that I'm doing with my friend James. He's quite a high grade, but I'm going to go to his, ask him a few questions. The questions that I've prepared so far, I've seen a lot. When I read tab, I've seen a lot of notations with letters for like P and R and B. So I need to ask him about those. I need to ask him about what he thinks of how I'm doing.